Day 1, 6th grade RST, Research Simulation Task, Geography of China and Greece. Number 1. For each document below, carefully read and look at the documents and information included. Number 2. Use the documents, information provided, and your knowledge of world history to answer each question that follows. Number 3. Then, answer the final question, number 7, by using the information you learned from these documents and what you already know about the topics. First, type your first name in the box here. Next, type your last name in the box here. Now you will select your cycle number. Document 1. Excerpt describing the Silk Road. The caravan slowly plods across the hot sand of the Taklamakan Desert. Weary travelers wearing long robes sway on the top of camels. Riderless camels are heaped high with heavy loads. Suddenly, the camel stops, huddle together, and snarl viciously. An old man riding the lead camel turns around and shouts. No one can hear because the screaming winds drown out his words. The man jumps from his camel and quickly wraps a strip of felt around his nose and mouth. The other travelers rush to dismount and cover their faces too. Just then, the sandstorm hits with full force. Then, just as quickly as it came, the sandstorm is gone. The travelers wipe sand from their eyes and tend to their camels. They have survived just one of the many challenges of traveling on the long and treacherous trade route known as the Silk Road. The Silk Road was not one continuous road. Rather, it was a series of routes covering more than 4,000 miles, a little less than the distance from Chicago to Hawaii. Travel along the Silk Road was hard and dangerous. The Silk Road began in northern China. It went west along the Great Wall of China. Then it entered a narrow fringe of land between the Gobi Desert and the towering Nanshan or Southern Mountains. More dangerous land loomed to the west, where the Silk Road edged around the fringes of the dangerous Taklamakan Desert, where travelers faced sudden, blinding sandstorms. Document 2. Map of the Silk Road. Map study. Travel along the Silk Road was dangerous. Unfriendly nomads and bandits often lurked along the route. Using the principle of safety in numbers, 50 or more traders usually set out together. Location. Where did the Silk Road start and where did it end? So when looking at this map, be sure to focus on the cardinal directions at the upper left of the map. Documents 1 and 2. According to the map and passage above, which is documents 1 and 2, what geographic feature made traveling on the Silk Road so dangerous? Deserts, rivers, or the sea? Documents 1 and 2. What other dangers might a traveler encounter along the Silk Road? Sandstorms, bandits, or both sandstorms and bandits are correct. Documents 1 and 2. The Silk Road began in the blank and ended in the blank. Be sure to look at the cardinal directions on the map in the upper left to help you. Your choices are west to east, south to north, or east to west. Document 3. Excerpt describing the geography of Greece. You live off the rocky coast of a bright blue sea. Across the water, you can see dozens of islands and points of land jutting out into the sea. Ragged mountains rise steeply behind your village. It is hard to travel across the mountains in order to visit other villages or towns. Near your home on the coast is a sheltered cove where it's easy to anchor a boat. The Greeks lived on rocky, mountainous lands surrounded by water. The mainland of Greece is a peninsula, which is an area of land that is surrounded by water on 3 sides. But the Greek peninsula is very irregular. It's one big peninsula made up of a series of smaller peninsulas. In addition, there are many islands. Since travel across the rugged mountains were so difficult, the early Greeks turned to the seas. On the south was the huge Mediterranean Sea. To the west was the Ionian Sea. And to the east was the Aegean Sea. It's not surprising that the early Greeks used the sea as a source of food and as a way of trading with other communities. According to the passage, document 3, what made the Greeks into great sailors? Greece was surrounded by water. Early Greeks had to use the sea as a source of food and trade. Or all of the above are correct. Document 4. Map of Greek city-states and colonies in 600 BC. So you're going to look at this map to help answer the next 2 questions. According to the map, document 4, into how many continents did the Greek city-states extend or reach? 1, 2, or 3? Greece is a peninsula because it is surrounded by water on how many sides? 3, 1, or 0?